An explosion has rocked downtown Sun Prairie.
Could see flames. You could see a lot of smoke.
There was this big boom, and it knocked me to the ground.
You can see a group of about a dozen people who have been displaced, lost everything that day.
So sorry.
We have learned within the last hour, one of those members died fighting the fire.
That firefighter's name is Corey Barr.
You have never met a more devoted father.
Luckiest girl in the world to have met someone like him.
We will continue to build strength with Corey's legacy in our hearts.
It has been just a great outpouring of support.
We really need the power of the community to help out.
And we thank you for joining us tonight. Your donations are helping us raise thousands of dollars for the victims of last week's deadly gas explosion in Sun Prairie. This is a live look at our Sun Prairie Strong Telethon.
As of 8:30 tonight, with your help, we have raised more than $122,000, and you can still donate. Phone lines are open for another 30 minutes. All you have to do is call 608-274-4000 or visit channel3000.com. All the money raised will remain in Sun Prairie. The money will be divided between families directly impacted or displaced by the explosion and organizations in the city that are helping people through the disaster.
It's also going to the family of Ryan Welch, a Sun Prairie firefighter injured during the explosion, and to the wife and young twin daughters of Corey Barr, the fire captain who was killed last week. Abby Barr says she is moved and touched by the generosity of the Sun Prairie community. Our Keely Arthur spent some time with her tonight. Keely?
It's been 1 week since that explosion here in Sun Prairie, happening right behind me on Main and Bristol streets. And in that time, Abby Barr has shown us no doubt that she is one of the reasons why Sun Prairie is so strong.
Wow. He went running in when everyone else is running out.
It's been a week since the explosion in Sun Prairie took Captain Corey Barr's life, bringing wife Abby to the worst moment of hers.
The shock that went with it, the flood of emotions, the anger, the brokenness.
In that time, the people of Sun Prairie and far beyond have done what they can to make her feel somewhat whole.
It's just amazing.
From countless wishes and kind words to thousands of dollars collected by the Bank of Sun Prairie, GoFundMe, and many more for her and their twins.
That's what is the hardest, is he was just the best dad. He would be the one that would get on the floor with them, roll around with them, and make them laugh constantly.
Abby says the daughters, just 3 years old, are too young to really understand where Corey went.
They've asked, but not as much as I was afraid they would. But when they have, I remind them that Daddy's a hero.
And that's exactly how she wants them to remember their father, the fire captain who brought everyone together when we all just felt like falling apart.
I couldn't be more proud to be part of a community that is willing to pull together in time of tragedy.
And right after my interview with Abby, she ran off to meet her daughters, Aubrey and Haley, at swim class Charlotte. So definitely trying to keep a sense of normalcy for those girls during this very tragic time.
Very strong woman. Keely Arthur reporting in Sun Prairie tonight. Keely, thank you.
In the days since the explosion, we have learned more about the investigation. Crews say it is expected to take days now instead of weeks. And tonight, for the first time, we are hearing the 911 call reporting a gas main had been hit by a contractor.
Okay, all right. Tell me exactly what happened.
It's we doing a construction work and we hit a gas main.
Okay, so you hit a gas line?
Yes, a gas line, yes.
Do you hear the gas or smell it only?
Yes, it smells, yes.
Just smell it, or do you hear it too?
You hear it and smell it.
Both.
Bad, it's bad.
Now, we don't know who called 911. Their name has been redacted. Contractor Bear Communications has said they were doing work for Verizon Wireless but used a subcontractor called VC Tech. Sun Prairie's police chief says he can't think of a tougher day or a more impressive response in his community. Chief Pat Anhalt says he was just blocks away from the explosion when it happened a week ago. He says he grew up in Sun Prairie and says he will never look at the intersection of Main and Bristol streets the same way. The chief says there are 22 residences, 58 people displaced from that explosion. He says the community is rebuilding, but it has a long way to go.
Firefighters are still evaluating the extent of damage left behind by the explosion. Several people have not been allowed back into their businesses. Firefighters say 6 businesses and 1 residence were destroyed in the explosion. One of those people, Patrick DePula, the owner of Salvatore's Tomato Pies on Main Street. He spoke with News 3 Today about what it was like last Tuesday.
First went in, it was just as if it reminded me of Pompeii, you know, like frozen in time. Like you could see like little vignettes of like a Wiki Sticks project that a kid was making while their parents were eating. You know, drinks around the table, tables were set. You could see menus and placemats and water, so someone had just sat down. Eyeglasses, personal items, phones, that sort of thing. So it was just kind of surreal.
DePula says they are planning on reopening, but they have a long way to go.
Just into our newsroom at this hour, Culver's of Sun Prairie has raised more than $16,000 so far to help the Barr and Welch families. You have another 2 hours or so to stop there. Lines have been very long. A lot of traffic delays in that area. Half of the sales proceeds today are set to be donated. If you need some late night custard or a meal for a very good cause, they are at 1501 West Main Street in Sun Prairie, again open until midnight. Abby Barr and Ryan Welch stopped by the restaurant today to have lunch together. Here's a picture of the two along with some family members sharing a meal. Again, 50% of proceeds from sales today will go to both the Barr and Welch families. The efforts shown by the community of Sun Prairie over the past week have been nothing short of amazing.
People spending their own money to help others, but more importantly, giving their own time to help others get back on their feet. Jamie Perez shares how one group is using their talents to promote Sun Prairie's strength.
For some, it's about the people.
For Chad and his brother Corey.
For some, it's the cause.
It's a great opportunity to help and serve my community.
But for Sun Prairie, it's for being strong.
I thought this was a cool thing to do, you know, to help the community with the funding and stuff. And it's something I felt I could do with anytime.
It started with a Facebook post.
It was amazing. In less than an hour, I had over 100 orders, and it just kept snowballing.
There are now hundreds of shirts that need to be made for everyone that's placed an order so far, and the requests are still pouring in.
Yeah, Sun Prairie Strong t-shirts are really going to make a difference, and so are all the other things that people are doing.
Amy is one of several volunteers that has helped execute t-shirt sales.
The adult medium.
Something she felt she could contribute to.
We wanted to do something, and people had enough at the shelters. There was enough going on there, and it's just when your community's hurting, you feel like you need to do something.
Most of the volunteers working on this t-shirt campaign are saying the same thing.
Well, I want to help too.
In an effort to fill the orders, these volunteers are doing their part to help keep Sun Prairie strong.
I look at this town and I'm very, very proud of the citizens here. And if the money helps people who are displaced, if the money helps businesses get back on their feet, whatever it does, if we were a small part of that, we're absolutely thrilled to be a part of that.
In Sun Prairie, Jamie Perez, WISC News 3.
All of the money made from the shirts is going directly into the Disaster Relief Fund at the Bank of Sun Prairie. If you've already ordered a shirt, pickup times are between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. and then 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. next Wednesday at the Bank of Sun Prairie on Grand Avenue. Since they still are back ordered and have a lot of shirts to make, you can contact Lori Tubbs on Facebook or call her at 608-279-0157.
And we want to remind you have 20 minutes or so, a little more than 20 minutes to help our friends in Sun Prairie.
The Sun Prairie Strong Phone Bank is open until 10:30. Every dollar raised will stay in the community. The number to call to donate, 608-274-4000.
We didn't lose a firefighter yesterday. We lost a family member. We lost a friend. We lost a dear friend. And we will be affected forever, but we will continue to build strength and be a better organization with Corey's legacy in our hearts.
After 5 shootings in roughly a week's time, people in Fitchburg don't just want answers, they want solutions.
Amy Reed sat in on a community meeting tonight where police were trying to do just that. Amy, how are police working on this issue?
Well, police met with members of the Leopold neighborhood tonight to talk about this uptick in violent crime in Fitchburg. They said they're trying to add in security cameras and increase patrols, among other things. And people in the area told me they hope it works because they're sick of feeling unsafe in their homes. For 2 years, Alejandra Juarez called this home. But now the place where her kids have grown up is a place they can't wait to leave.
The neighborhood is it's starting to get bad, and I just think that for the safety of my kids, it's better.
In the last week, her apartment complex was shot twice. One of those taking out her neighbor's front porch door, leaving bullet holes in what was living room furniture.
I want to thank you all for coming to this meeting, and I want to do a few brief introductions.
Tonight, Fitchburg police addressed this, talking with members of the community about the violence across town in the Leopold neighborhood. It's part of a series they're doing to try and meet with the people who live in these areas and let them know how they're trying to fix it. The chief said they're adding cameras and increasing patrols, but there's only so much they can do.
It's not feasible to have a police officer on every corner, not only from an appearance standpoint, but also from just a pure logistics and financial standpoint.
Juarez hopes something will work, but she's seen efforts fail before.
Put more attention, but I mean, they still get away with it.
So her family is getting out.
I'm gonna have 4 kids already. I mean, for the safety, there's something that I don't even want to go outside because I don't know if it's going to be safe or not.
Now, tomorrow, police will meet with people in the Thurston Lane neighborhood, and we'll have all that information over on our website, channel3000.com.
Amy Reed in the News Center. Amy, thank you.
Well, you're getting a first look right now at video of a person driving drunk on the Beltline this weekend, according to the Monona Police Department. They responded to reports of a reckless driver. This was around 4 Sunday afternoon. 22-year-old Dylan White was arrested. He's from Orfordville. Police say he had a blood alcohol level of 0.12.
Madison Mayor Paul Soglin announced today he will not seek re-election in April of 2019. Soglin, who is Madison's longest-serving mayor, said he wants to give candidates for mayor the time and space to make their case to the voters and says it is time for him to move on.
I think there's really great value in leaving office for a while and then returning. Though I can assure you that there will not be a third sequel.
Mayor Soglin is currently in the running for governor. That Democratic primary is in August. Current Madison Alder Maurice Cheeks and former Alder Satya Rhodes Conway have already announced their candidacy for mayor. Former Alder Brenda Conkles plans to announce a run Thursday. In Rock County, plans to remove the Monterey Dam in Janesville will move forward after a judge dismissed a case attempting to stop demolition.
The Monterey Dam, one of the oldest dams, as we've talked about in Rock County, and some people who live near it say taking it down could decrease their property values. The Monterey Dam Association actually filed a civil lawsuit against the city of Janesville one day before demolition started, and today the suit was dismissed. The city plans on redeveloping the area near the dam, something that local business owners say could help the area.
So if we can create more fishing atmosphere, kayak, canoeing availability, and just a nice river, nice smooth flowing river, I think everybody in the long run is going to win.
Further demolition of the dam is scheduled to continue tomorrow.
And meteorologist Karen Swanson is here with a look at your forecast.
Retirement didn't last very long.
No, about 3 weeks, right? Yeah, Gary's enjoying some much needed vacation time, so I'm here tonight helping him out. And nice to see you guys.
The weather's so good, you had to come back.
I brought some nice weather with me.
Well, thank you for doing
We've
that.
had the beautiful weather today, and it looks like it should be pretty nice tomorrow, too. We've had some sunshine across the region today, just a few clouds popping up from time to time this afternoon, but those have now fallen apart this evening, and we are looking at that quiet weather trend continuing now tonight. Our temperatures today made their way into the 70s and the 80s all across the region. Here in Madison, we were at 81 degrees this afternoon, 81 in Monroe, and 82 degrees over toward Platteville. So it looks like temperatures today should average out to just about normal for this time of the year. We have had a couple of days this month with temperatures right at normal, but a lot of days overall averaging some above normal temperatures, putting that monthly temperature about 3 degrees above those normals for this time of the year. Now, over the next week, we are looking at temperatures overall within range of those normals. A little bit of a dip on Friday with the storm system moving in, bringing us some rain showers, but we do bump it right back up there as we head toward the weekend. But some of the extended models are showing a tendency towards some cooler than normal temperatures in the extended forecast. This is the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook from the Climate Prediction Center, showing about a 40 to 50% chance of seeing some of those below normal temperatures. And even beyond that, the Climate Prediction Center outlook for the 8 to 14 day period, that takes us all the way to the end of the month, still showing that tendency towards seeing some below normal temperatures across the midsection of the country. Check out this time lapse from today, seeing some bright blue sunny skies, just those few clouds popping up this afternoon, but then falling apart into this evening with that nice sunset tonight as well. 81 and 62 were our official temperatures today, just about at those normals for today of 82 and 61. Right now in Madison, it's 67 degrees. The air is calm and the air pressure is holding steady. We have temperatures that have dipped into the 50s in just a few spots off to the northeast, but the rest of us seeing some of those 60s to near 70-degree temperatures, 70 right now in Mineral Point. Across the rest of the region, those temperatures are coolest right through the Great Lakes region, but we do have some warmer weather on the map back off to the west. High pressure is influencing the weather tonight. That's going to keep things pretty quiet around here, seeing some mostly clear skies. A few clouds pop up as we head through the day tomorrow, and then here comes that next storm system. That brings us some shower and thunderstorm chances developing Thursday afternoon and then continuing into Friday as that slowly makes its way through the region. That system weakens a bit for the first part of the weekend, but we do still have to keep some shower and thunderstorm chances in the forecast for at least the first half of the weekend. Tonight, mostly clear skies, a low of 56. Some patchy fog is possible. Tomorrow, partly sunny. A pretty nice day with that high topping out at 80 degrees in the afternoon. Beyond that, you can expect those shower and thunderstorm chances to return Thursday afternoon into Friday. Still seeing a chance anyway of a shower or a thunderstorm on Saturday, but looking to dry out for the second part of the weekend into early next week. Perhaps just a stray shower or thunderstorm next Tuesday.
Love
Looking
it.
pretty nice overall.
Love having you back.
Great to have you.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks
you.
for having me.
5 Brewers in tonight's Major League Baseball All-Star game. We'll show you how they did. It's some good and some bad. That's next in sports.
And a reminder, our Sun Prairie Strong phone bank is going on right now. About 10 minutes left. The number to call, 608-274-4000.
Well, Mother Nature threatening to wash out the All-Star game tonight, but no. The 89th installment of the Midsummer Classic happening as we speak. The American League has won the last 5 straight. 5 Brewers in the game as well. No starters, though, but all of them getting in tonight. American League up 2-0 until the bottom of the 3rd. Wilson Contreras of the Chicago Cubs cutting that lead in half with this solo shot to left field, 2-1 AL. Fast forward to the 8th here, AL still in the lead, but Christian Yelich helping to chip away at that deficit. Solo homer for the Brewer off of Charlie Morton of the Houston Astros. Woo! But the American League holding a steady lead, 5-3 in the 9th inning as we speak. Well, special teams players don't always get a lot of love, but they're definitely an integral part of the team. Wisconsin punter Kevin Stemke changed that in his time in Madison, and that's why he's being inducted into the UW Athletics Hall of Fame. He earned all Big Ten and All-American honors during his career, averaging 44.5 yards per punt in his senior season. And he was the first Badger ever to win the Ray Guy Award, which is given to the nation's best punter. Fun little fact here, his wife, former UW volleyball standout Lizzie Fitzgerald, was also inducted into the UW Hall of Fame in 2015. Well, we've been raising money for the Sun Prairie community all day long, and for former football players, it's been an emotional week for them as well. And this weekend, they'll get to feel that Cardinal pride on the gridiron one last time. 4 Sun Prairie players will represent their community in the Wisconsin Football Coaches Association All-Star Game this weekend. And seeing how the community has overcome adversity in this last week, that makes putting on that Cardinal helmet for one last time even more meaningful.
It just really shows how much of a community that we are, and to be honest, it's a reason of why I loved playing for Sun Prairie and why I'm going to miss having Sun Prairie on my chest.
There's so much good in this world, so many good people that are willing to help out, and at times we focus on the negative things a little too much. Let's embrace the goodness that people have in their hearts and are willing to help other people out. So that's why we're really proud of this community.
Finally tonight, the All-Stars walking the red carpet ahead of tonight's game. Bryce Harper oozing some swag there. I love those shoes. Followed by Charlie Blackmon, and that is a look, if you ask me. Francisco Lindor coming up here. He forgot to wear a shirt underneath his suit. Apparently, that's a thing these days. I don't really know. I'm not a fashion expert, obviously. And Justin Verlander and Kate Upton, they rounded out the swag. Look at those glasses on the red carpet. We'll be right back.
Let's throw it to Lauren.
Another very nice day on tap tomorrow, 80 degrees with partly sunny skies. Some showers and thunderstorms arrive Thursday afternoon into Friday.
All right, thank you, Karin. Your generosity all day has been very moving for us, and we hope can make a significant difference for the victims of the Sun Prairie explosion.
And again, our phone lines are open for the next couple of minutes. Many thanks to the volunteers who have staffed our phone bank all day long and the Bank of Sun Prairie. With your help, at last count, we had raised more than $125,000 today. We will have a more exact total tomorrow. From all of us here at News 3, thank you.
You're taking a live look this morning inside of our phone bank area. 8 volunteers, they all live or work in Sun Prairie.
This is my community. This is my family, and everybody needs a little extra help.
And he loved our community and just is truly a hero.
$4,000 check. We are up to $78,000 and counting.
Over $80,000.
Almost $90,000.
We have raised more than $122,000.
We have live team coverage as people become Sun Prairie strong.
It's a reason of why I loved playing for Sun Prairie and why I'm going to miss having Sun Prairie on my chest.
It will never be the same, but I think as we take day in and day out moving forward, we will get back.
A hug, and it's a smile, and it's an embrace. We are so fortunate because of our residents.
Well, I think we're coming to grips with it. We needed to get through the funeral. That was the significant part.
I have here with me his wife and mother of his 2 little girls, Abby Barr. It's been a week. Where do you go from here?
It's still a minute by minute, hour by hour.
That is what Sun Prairie Strong looks like.